ekyatusuuzangawo ABCD era linda basajja abo balirumba butcher zaffe ne bazitaking over ojja kulaba engeri gye bagenda ozibranding the way they are going to do it. Teri mulimu gusinga bunene nga byakulya. Food industry. If Sheikh Kurumba did not organize lunch for us, I wouldn't we would be seated here. Na ifa batali mulamanzano musajja yatukoze eki. We have to eat. And these are talk of the transport. The only small area of around how many decimals, not even decimals, meters, when the bridge broke towards Masaka, you saw the alarm in this country, transport is stuck. Those are our areas. But have we branded towards those? But in the document of Abdul Aziz, all those things are there. I know we are reaching there, inshallah. To know what we are, rediscover ourselves, and be where we are. There I had to pause a bit to describe and bring that point that it wasn't our weakness on the other side, but for us, when we want to move forward, we come out generally to see our major weaknesses. That's why before you leave, I know it might have happened or it is going to happen. You are going to have a SWOT here. SWOT will internalize us. SWOT assists us in describing what we are. Bakadde bange ka SWOT ako bunyukuta nga bwensanze gundi asomesaawo. Bunyukuta buli buna. Aziz bwana abo bajjiddeyo nga afunye eddakiika 15. Tujja kuvaawo nga twetegedde. Rediscover ourselves. Lwe tugenda okutuuka ensi eno gyeraga gye tuyina bino bikalimagezi. Maze okubawayo ekifaananyi ku mpapula ne tugenda kati mukikwatira ddala ku kino kye tuliko. Radio twakafuna mu 54. Our first radio in this country was in 54, and by that time it started, it was operating only 3 hours a day. This is how we have been growing. That was the capacity of the government, 3 hours. But the radio like Voice of Africa operates 24 hours. That's where the world is moving. And out of 3 to 7 hours, 22 languages would be taught, or people they could use 22 languages on Radio Uganda. 22 languages. It is Uganda that has already tried to bring, to mingle some languages to involve everybody. That paper, as this will remind me, where they try to put the other side Uganda and this side English. Terumana weeks biri. Ebintu bino ebyennimi si byangu. Unajja kisomeno tabitegedde abisuula. So now radio comes to make sure that now people can listen. Those who fail to read, now it is in 54. At least as I can see here, like 3%. Tata wange Rutayo oyo, Sheikh, n'abalala nga babiri basatu 54. So gandi awo naye nali maze okuyingira mu dunia. Awo ne tutambula sigenda kwogera Amini yakola kinene ku TV ezo zakala installation ezo sites ezo satellites zemulaba yakola kinene. And by that time in Africa, mu 70s, Uganda is counted among the first, I think, 5 countries to embrace digital. We are ahead. Olomukama waffe Idi Amin ne government ye ngabatadde ezo satellites zemulabe boma rudda wa wonna neyo alwandoza gyeziri. So now Uganda at that time, that's the level where we are. That's the time the fathers and grandfathers of ours who are seated here, some of you might be still remembering the tone of Deutsche Welle, radio from Germany. Ngazo radio zibakola ki? Zebawulira ng'owulira kagamba nti radio Germany gyaliko mawulire ga Luswahili, BBC. You can now recall. Now we are moving. We are coming up. Those first world countries now are spreading and reaching us. Mu 91, obufunzo bw'ekitalo, 92, government negamba nti ensi gyeraga tuyinza obutabasobola abantu. kati buli omu tumukkiriza abeereko ne radio asobole okuba nti asobola okuvaayo. Ebbaka kuno njagala mugyetegereze etuyamba nnyo ng'abakulembeze. Mu 92 wano ffenna nga weetuli radio ne zitandika liberalization. Radio ne zijja ne zitambula mu kiseera kye kimu olwo nga tuyingira digital. All of you here you are digitalized. Muli bakakensa, muli bakalimagezi ebyuma ebyo mwabiyingira dda kubanga bwe mba njogera wano some of you and most of you have decoders in your houses. You must be having a decoder, DSTV, Star Times, GoTV, Zuku. People from Western around Kasese, Fort Potro, they use Azam. Those decoders, that's digital now. When you heard the government, when they were talking about digital migration, because the deadline in the world, in Siona, they had put 2015 to have, the whole world would have migrated. By 2012, Uganda, we are a bit behind as compared to the rest of East African countries. We are a bit behind. But wherever you could come in digital wise, whenever you could come into these analog radios, Uganda was ahead. Because as I speak now, we have 370 radio stations in this small country. 370. And how many Muslim radio stations? I was many off-head. We can mention them. 5. We have Radio Biral, we have Voice of Africa, we have Radio Pal, we have Salam, we have IUFM, we had Masaba in the eastern region, but it was closed. And Wanji? Biral was number 1. It was number 1. This country. And those from north, at Juman somewhere, we had the radio also starting. I don't know how far. We assisted them in acquiring frequency. Ribat. Radio Ribat. Barakallahu Fik. Even Ribat. I don't know how far. And we had Radio 1, I think, they got issues. It had also some connotation with the Islamic. So that's how far. Out of 370, we have around 6-7 media, and that's our position. At least in electronic, we are trying. Mubino ebyempuliziganya bakadde baffe radio tugezezzaako gatambuddeko newankubadde tuli bubi. And out of 370, religious medias are more than half. Now you can compute on your own. Mu zino radio bisatu nga mu nsanvu eyo, ekitundu okusingamu obunene radio za madiini, TV ziringa 6 eziriwo n'ez'obusiraamu eziriwo muzimanyi. So that is the generation, that's how we are moving. Ng'abakulembeze temwetaaga kunnyonnyola nnyo ABCD, mwe tubawa outlines gwe n'okuba ekifaananyi n'ogamba where am I. Naye nga nva ku ekyo nga Abdulaziz ali wano, mwabali wano mbakakasa mulimu districts nsobola okuzimentioninga by name nga temususse emyezi 4 kujjako nga mulina radio station. Why? One of the architects of this thing, on Abdulaziz yatandika Voice of Africa, is in his hands like this. Atambula nako. Eyo palo ye. Media z'obusiraamu zonna biri ku mugongo gw'ono omusajja. Bakaba bange nga ampise tuteekateeka ebintu bino mbagumya, we must be comfortable, you people. Nabagamba nti I may not have enough time, but whatever you see I am proud of. Ekimpisizza, let me bring someone, my engine, agenda okukola ebintu byaffe, documentation, paperwork. Abefumba abali wano simanyi yo kikka mu Buganda ekiri organized olagenda kunyiiga ekituuka abefumbe bwe tugende na kivune ku mipiira ne twaniriza Ssaabasajja numbers may come ffe twogera documentation. Azizi ku ssimu yasobola okunyiga bw'ati n'amanya buli wafumbe waali n'amanya ebitambula baazadde ddi bameka bayingidde mu university. Very organized. All that work was done by him. Okutuusa lwe yasaba mukama we n'agamba okay ngende Kibuli tutereeze ebintu byaffe. He's very good at documentation. Ittihad al-Majaz, Union of Muslim Councils. Oh no. Alimuja gamba Kalisa Sengoba. Sebo Abdul Karim. Nga bano bemutalaba be bannannyini bintu. Lwe nali ngende Durban batuwadde ennaku ntono ne Gaddafi agenda kujja ebintu batusabye nga tebyetaagisa nenoonya Aziza mbuze nenoonya Katooke twali tukatadde mu university n'angamba gende ku lusozi ebakka jamusanga ali awo alina byatereeza nemusanga Azizi tugende. In one day Azizi yategeka olukungaana Durban. African Union jemulaba African Union mwe muva the Voice of Africa. Voice of Africa is absolutely Africa yeyo jemulaba teri wano ziri munaana. Voice of Africa Kinshasa, Voice of Africa Kigali, Voice of Africa Bujumbura, Voice of Africa. Alako ebintu bino ababimanyi bagenda babivaamu ate ababiyingira tebanoonya abayina vision yaabyo kyekitta ebintu awo problem nekola ki. That is all. Awulidde ebyo bannannyini byo be bano ono Sheikh Kurumbo bye bannannyini bintu ebyo. So that is the level tuyingidde ku kigambo kyomutandise okuyita internet. Kigambo internet kitandise okubulikika matu gaffe. The word internet start coming into our ears maybe in 2000 around there. Internet, computer yange teriko internet, and others start now reaching at a level of having a phone that it has internet. Kamba weyo kufigure internet level wetutuuse mu ggwanga lyaffe Uganda. Ekyo kanki bajjireyo ng'abakulembeze figures zino offhead ate we mukwatira kukolana ate buno buli muki. Mu 2012 awo ekigambo internet kitandise okuvaayo mu computer n'obeeraawo n'okola ebintu byo n'oweebweru mukwatagana and so on and so forth. It keeps growing. 2012 awo 4 millions bwe baakola survey. Those were the people that would have access to internet. Only 4 million in Uganda when we are over 40 million. Mu 2013 5 million. Wetwogera figures ezo you count quick. When did you join internet? Bubuuzo bwe mbanjagala mwebuuze. Then mu 2014, 2015, 2016 7 million. I jump 1 year 2018 10 millions access to internet. 2018 tuyingira COVID. Had you joined, did you have access to internet? Pull your minds back into your office. You did not come to this office by mistake to be a Qadhi, to be a regional sheikh, county sheikh. You have been growing as an imam. You have been growing to the level of ABCD until you reach where we are. When did the computer enter your office? When did you have access to the computer? How did you labor as a leader to make sure nti you are the vicegerent of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the master of ICT. We are in the ICT of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. There is no question about it. Buli bye bazuula mbadde nzijjawo mu motoka akasajja kali eyo kashiriku nekagamba somese ku mazzi munywa amazzi nago galwaza kansa naye kibalwaza kansa kankibabuulire. Ekisooka munywa amazzi nga muyimiridde oluusi nga mutambula amazzi ago bwe gagenda mu lubuto sijja kugenda ye bwe gajjira gati byebyo bibalwaza ng'olowooza amazzi malamu. Ekyokubiri jo gye kali kwogera sayansi onywa amazzi ng'owuumuzaamu si kukola ki? Tali mu hadithi y'omubaka, tali mu njigiriza ya Nabi Muhammad bwakakizuula juzi wano awulidde. So I was telling our leaders here that the master of ICT is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Centuries and centuries, the professors of this world, the Kakensas, sit every year, every particular period of time, and analyze, evaluate the personalities of the world. Who is number one in the world? When you check on those lists for the people who sit in conferences, do various presentations to reach on number one in the world, you find there is no Muslim. But all of them sit. Nga bayimbiramu ne bayimba ne ku Yesu ne bannabbi abalala ba Musa ne babayimba buli omu n'akola ebibye. Naye gwe batakkiriza gwe balwanyisa ne bagamba Muhammadi sallallahu alayhi. He is number one in ICT. He is ahead of all of us. Since the world up to this century. Batura ne bakikaka. So we are saying that we are the vicegerent. We are the people. This is the thing that we should always console ourselves with. How far have you gone? Sengonzi ali wali. Olowooza tovuddemu. Avuddemu weebutambala. Oli n'akasimu akakuba n'ejjuba ajambadde. Baba tajambadde eri mu bbaaga wali. Bw'ategeera nti nzija ng'agiteekako. So I was saying that this is the prophet whom you are representing, whom he said, Ngenze, I'm leaving the world, but my imams, the ulamas, you people who are here, you are the one who is going to carry his mission. But how did he carry his mission? The technology, the ICT, the digital migration he mentioned many thousand years ago, which people are still discovering. How far have you gone with that? Because these things, this is emergence. This is emergence. This thing, it can disappear. It can shut down any minute. When it shuts down, I have nothing to do. Outline. This is my handwriting. It is my handwriting here. These papers, Sheikh Ovewano ogende mu library, you are looking for an ayah and hadith, you are going for khutbah. It may take you 3 to 4 hours making a research. But with this phone, it will take you 3 minutes to get what you are looking for, and it comes in multiple. That's what we want. This one, in partnership with the Office of the Secretary General, Supreme Mufti, we are going to make it intentional to make sure that we come down. We come down on the issue of ICT as our leaders. This is where the world is going. Abakadde abali wano, the aged, they will tell you, now the people that are treating them, these chronic diseases, these are the boys of 30 years, not 70 by experience. Why? You reach in the hospital, in his office, the computer is here. Kiki ekikuluma amaaso ng'agayingizaamu. Olaba ki olufu ng'ateekamu. Nga bamuwa answer. Naye olabika teweebaka bulungi. Mu butuufu seebaka. Biri wano. I'm diabetic for the last 15 years. For the last 15 years, I've been diabetic. Then I reached at a level when I was leaving the world. One of my sons, Honorable Mwadankunyinji, posted on this again, internet, and it was read all over the world. It is one of the biggest, your brothers in America, USA, Mutimbagano posting akagambo kamu, it is read by over 100 people. Just opening up. So when he posted into Muchalinze Abbas, the South Africa muloza yagenda okufa, agenda omusooka yekalisa. Kati nzuka amaze supu impumuddemu, nzuka sawa nganya, I found many calls and abnormal calls. Dr. Luwaga, Doctor who, people who are related to me, and whom I had taken long without talking to. But I remember Dr. Ruwaga and Dr. Mugalu, they are around doctors. Chichi Sukala Numa. Gende wa Mutebi ajja kuwonya. I moved to Mutebi. Idris. When I reached Idris, Nyemugamba nze kati bandese ku bumonde. Irish potatoes. Irish potatoes is water. That's the only food I should eat until I die. But as I was coming here, I have eaten a juni, I've eaten rice, I've eaten each and every food. Era balwadde ba sukaali mugenda kwebuuza obiri otya ate ng'oli mulwadde wa sukaali. I recovered to the extent and stopped medicine for over 5 years. Why? Natuuka ku mujjanjabo ali digital. Who is digital? Who knows the focus of the world? Where the medicine has been described. Where everything, diagnosis, everything is here. A doctor is seated here, talking to you, but the one who is dealing with this in India, here you are with the nurse. He's feeding in whatever you are talking. Immediately akasaya kafunye, akasudde wano ku ssimu. India, South Africa, America, abamu abayina abalwadde, you know about that, and results katuzirindemu tuziwemu some few hours, and others are instant. That's technology, the level of technology. And ilm is 100 miles away from these which are tangible, which needs to carry, which needs extra commitment. Ilm has been interpreted and everything. In this Quran, I have all the reciters at Haram. In this telephone, I have most of you sheikhs. In this telephone, as I was there, I was monitoring what is happening on the TV, what's going wrong. As I was seated there, I was listening and following up the meeting that is going on. Everything is here. So, my dear brothers, that's where the world is heading. I'm very sure in those 5 minutes, and even here, Sheikh Kurumba will tell you that as I wind up, this is a must. Let's not discourage your followers into simumbi. Simumbi, era n'abantu bagambe ne taxi mbi, kuba ne taxi mutuulamu abatamiivu. Katugaana okutuula abataxi mbi olw'okuba abatamiivu batuulamu. Bwe tuula odde ku bulaadi bwo omutamiivu atuule wali, awogane, otuuke gy'okola ki? Bw'oba oyagala simu, ekikulu muyigirize abantu bakozesa batya essimu. Let's educate our people how to use these phones. And that is all. Because we got a problem a few years back where you sheikhs took a lead in discouraging people to embrace ICT, to embrace digital. Haramu, esimu haramu, buli kimu nekikola ki? Let's learn these things. That's why I said, in partnership with this office, we are going to make it intentional to make sure that the issue, even if it means buying these smartphones, for you who have gone to Makkah for the last 2-3 years, you know you will not access Rawda without a smartphone. You will not access Rawda. You will not access Haram. Ingenda kola umra, pontoja genda ku Kaaba. Nga bwagenze n'ebisuuka zo ze weesibye, bwotyo bwogenda kudda Uganda. Naye kati, that was COVID, but it was an indication where we are heading. You don't have this smartphone, you download an app, you book to go and do Haram, to do Umrah down at the Kaaba, Safa Marwa, you must be having an app. This is where the world is going. That was the test. Now these people who were abusing this technology, lucky enough COVID comes in, they are enclosed into their houses. Now these boys who are sharp penetrated into their houses. Sheikh twagala otusomese. Nga obadde otusomesa muzikiti mbasomesa ntya ndikwate essimu teeka wano bwoti. Weeraba kati nti ye kati abantu 5 bakulaba. Tandika Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. He puts down a phone, receives over 20 calls. Sheikh Barakallahu Fik. Onsomeseza amukubira ava London. Someone calling from America. Because of this. So let's see how we can use this. Number 2, financial services, management, it has been done. Number 3, social groups. As a district card, make sure that you have 2 social groups that belongs to you as a district card. Number 1, have a group, a social group. Better naka group kokusimuyo aka executive. Number 2, district card, to be effective in the office of your boss, make sure that you have a group of your counter chefs. Bali musanvu, bali kumi bakolere kachi. In other words, if we embrace the ICT, the Supreme Mufti, before going to bed at 11, we'll have known how this country stands. Imam, our report, omukuru wetwale. Kubanga omukuru wetwale ayina emizigiti gye 12 ka group yakakola. Njagala buli mama mbulira omuzigiti nga bwe gutambudde gates n'aka composinga mu statements 3. Mukuru wetwale n'akasindikira district card n'agamba etwale eryange mufuddemu abantu 2 na kino district card bw'amala okufuna n'aka composinga in a statement ono aba abakolede template we buntu just bojjuzaamu to his eminence personal assistant we n'abo composinga 55 district cards. This is what is happening in the naisaamu amaaso nga yeebaka. Just in less than 30 minutes he has known how the country runs. Ebyo byonna bijja kukolebwa embeera eno. Ng'amaliriza mikwano gyaffe, ng'amaliriza adhaani tujiwulira naye wano ku lusozi tulinawo adhaani nga 10 bwe tunagoberera eno n'endala nejja tuyinza okumala eddakiika 3 naye tusaba Allah tusaasire abaawuliriza tubeere nga tugiddamu mpolampola tubitwalirize speed. Ng'amaliriza, let's intensify. This ICT goes in communication. When we communicate 3 times, if you have been communicating once, let's be 3 times. The districts communicating with your counter sheikhs. Counter sheikhs communicating to your imams. Then the imams will have a system of also for his village. When we embrace this communication, automatically will lead us into the world village. Ekyo kwanga mwakisomyeko Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam yagamba nti ekiseera kigenda kutuuka ng'ensi tugiyina wano ku lubatu. Ku UK ng'oyogera n'omwana wo oba wakamuvaako wayu omu America ng'akuba owaayo naana akuba alaba Abdul Qadir yakuba avudde mu America naga taata ondaba kino ekifaananyi nkitaddeko atudde mu ddiiro lye naawe otudde akulaba taata ngenda kugula obutebe obwo mbulaba bukaddiye. This is the level of communication. Saagala tusigale mabega, kigenda kutuyamba mu embracinga communication systems zaffe, tukozese ebyuma bino TV eyo manyi bintu bino kaba katono ng'amaliriza kamuku example emu bakadde bange kati TV weeri ya busiramu gwe district genda ofungane Muhsin oyo muteeka wali mu nsonda njagala kwogera ebikwata ku district yange development imiridde bwe tuti ensonga z'abakyala tutambula bwe tuti ye Muhsin ng'atwala batandika okuzanya ku TV ng'akusaliramu n'obo clips bano mu office mwe batudde batambula n'ebitambula bwe bala waliwo ekiri mu office muyite gundo ono yanaatambuza ekintu kino. That's how we have to market ourselves. Ebyuma weebiri tubanoonyeza mu bikozese mugaanye mutubuzeeko ne TV tejja kufuna sente Sheikh Asali kwe kujje kutambuze nawe weeteekemo gye TV ogikozese okaya ne district yange njagala mumpeeyo 1 hour. Teri muntu yali azze district card n'ansaba time ku TV n'esigimuwa. Ne mukama wange bwe yali wano last year yakisuubiza n'agamba Salamu TV mugikozese. Njagala district yange give us 1 hour once a week in 2 weeks. Consistency yokka gye tukola ki mwebale nnyo bakadde baffe. Thank you for coming. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.